So after you make your slabs, you have them in your storage container, layered with newspaper. At most, you just want to have that happen like one day before you start kind of connecting some of the slabs together, because you don't want them to dry out too much. What's the stage we're trying to get them to, so that way they'll hold their shape better? Leather hard. I'm very happy that you remember that. Okay, so here are my slabs that I've made so far. To connect a slab together, you do score, slip, seal, just like we've done for all of our other projects. So depending on how you're going to arrange your project, like mine is just going to be an arrangement of shapes that are all connected together. So I think I'm going to have this one at a slight angle. You know, if I want to angle this piece, I'm actually going to cut a little bit of a miter to it. Miter is like an angled cut. So you can either use a fettling knife to do that. So you can slice off at an angle right on the edge. When your slabs are leather hard, this works super easy. One thing you have to be kind of careful of is that you might cut too much off. So you can make a miter that way, or you can even make a miter where you're using one of the clay tools and you're just kind of scraping away at the clay. Now this is another way to do a miter that isn't as destructive. You know, if you're using a fettling knife, sometimes it's real easy to cut off way too much. Great. But to make it really strong, you actually want to take a little bit of clay and make a small coil that goes the whole length of that seam. So I take some clay, you can even roll it out on your board here, place it in along that seam, and then this is where, you know, depending on where you're what seam you're working on, it might be a little bit harder to reach. But I'm pressing that clay into the seam. And then this is the sealing part, where I'm making sure that I don't see any edges to it. So I keep pressing in and blending away. And that would be a really well-connected piece. As you're putting your project together, don't just have one piece left by itself though, because what could happen to this if I just leave it there? It'd be a lot easier to fall down, right? So I'd want to make sure that on a particular day that I'm for sure attaching two pieces at least. You know, this arrangement is going to be kind of an assortment of different shapes. So I might have this piece come in at an angle like this, and then I'll make some more pieces that I'm going to add, you know, attached to it.